overview and some information for today. Let's give it up for your parents again. Thank you guys for coming out, bringing these athletes. Let's give a big round of applause for our Roar cheerleaders to our left right here. And then in the back, we got the best mascot in the league, Jackson DeVille. Let's go. I'm going to pass it over to our guest speaker. Ladies, we all want to make it to the next level, whether it's an athlete, right, or being a professional, a lawyer, a doctor. We need to understand to be eligible to go to college, right? So we have Miss Nora here to talk about eligibility and that next bright future for you. So let's give it up for Miss Nora from NCAA. Let's go.
Thank you so much, Jags. Thanks for having me. Students, thanks for showing up this morning. Parents, I've been in your shoes. Thanks for being here. It's important. Ladies, how many of you have watched or attended a women's basketball championship, a men's basketball championship, a women's softball, a men's football championship? A lot of you, right? It's cool seeing them on Saturday morning, watching them win that trophy. Now, how many of you would like to be that player on Saturday morning? That's right. So I'm here today from the National Collegiate Athletic Association, the NCAA. We're the big blue disc. We do all the basketball and all of that stuff. We also do 91 other sports. And coming soon, we will be doing flag football. While it is not, that's right, give it up. Woo-woo! Right. While it is not yet what's called a championship sport, we are expecting it to be as early as August of 2026. 11th graders, who's in 11th grade? 10th, 11th grade. Y'all could be the first class of student athletes ever to have the opportunity to receive an athletics aid scholarship for flag football. That is huge news, ladies. Y'all are making history. However, you can't be part of that history if you don't do the work that you've already heard about. You have to put the effort in the classroom as hard as you do out on this field. Because, ladies, while we're here today, and parents, this is really important, your GPA, to be able to play in college, your GPA starts your first day of 9th grade. That's why the Jags are encouraging you. You'll see the QR code out front. We're encouraging you to sign up for a free profile page account with the NCAA Eligibility Center. Parents, this is no cost, no harm, no foul if your student decides not to go on and pursue college sports, but it will give them information about what they need to do. Students, you have to understand things in 8th grade because you pick your classes for 9th grade in 8th grade, right? You have to understand what a core course is. You have to understand the requirements. You have to understand the academic metrics that you have to meet in order to be able to be recruited in 12th grade. 11th graders, you still have the opportunity. Sign up today as soon as you can because you'll need to start getting that information. How good you are out here on this field, I'm being very frank with you, you cannot get recruited to play at the collegiate level if you don't meet the academic requirements from the NCAA. That's how serious this is. That's why the Jags brought me in. Talk about driving 2 hours. I drove 14 hours to get here to y'all this morning to speak to you for 10 minutes because that's how much we love you and we want you to be ready. We do not want you to miss this opportunity. All 3 of my kids went through that recruiting process. It can be grueling and there's a lot of other factors in play right now. You've heard of the name, image, and likeness where you can make money off your name, image, and likeness, right? There's people here who know all about that. You want to be in their shoes, then you need to register with us today so we can start sending you information about those academic requirements. You can be ready and be able to be recruited, be able to compete, practice, and most importantly, receive that financial aid to help you pay for college. So we want to see you out there on that Saturday morning on that flag football championship. We know it's coming, as I said, as early as August of 2026. Watch the news in January. That's when it will be determined when that's going to happen, but we are expecting that. So parents, it is not too early for your students to sign up. We encourage students as early as 6th grade to sign up and get registered because there's no harm, no foul. We'll send you information. So please scan the QR code. There's also a table out there with some information. I'll be around for a little bit before I go hit the road again to go back to much less lovely weather, Indianapolis.